Hey guys, welcome back to The Reach. It's Cam. Thanks for stopping in. It has been a million years again since I shot a video. I shot that one after I had COVID, and then, I don't know, I guess I just kind of lost track of time, have boxes piling up. You know how life gets. Anyway, today I have a CBCS unboxing, as you can see in the thumbnail, and I've got another one that I ordered too. Obviously I already know what that is. I already know what the grades on all these are, so we'll just start with ripping them open. Whoever sent this did a really good job taping it up, almost too good. There's only one slab in here that I'm aware of, so it's good. It's been a million years since I ordered it, so if there's anything wrong with it, I'm probably stuck with it, which is the problem with opening things late, I guess. Oh, man. Sorry I didn't get this started for. Alright, let me see. Not a bad packing job, I guess. Some weird stuff, but alright. Alright, so that's what he packed it in. Just some, looks like he took some grocery store bags. Actually didn't work as bad padding, so I'd be tempted to fault him on that, but I ordered this probably a month ago. I've been wanting this slab for a while. During the where's he at? Where's Thor at? Oh, there. To say, during Love and Thunder, I was eyeballing this. I'm a big Null fan, so this is the first appearance of Null, if you know where I'm going with that. Wasn't really in love with Love and Thunder. That's neither here nor there. But, good lord. Skyrim package. Alright. So, I picked this up in a CBCS. It is a signed Donny Cates. First appearance of Null. SpiderMan Miles Morales cover appearance. Oh, is that who's fallen? I guess I didn't really pay attention to that. Anyway, that's where we go. Signed Donny Cates. First appearance of Null. I think there's some wheels there as far as the MCU is concerned. They've gone out of their way to introduce the Necro Sword. They've got Venom. They did that weird thing at the end where they kind of crossed over a piece of Venom into whatever that was at the end of that movie, the Spider-Man movie, Far From Home or No Way Home or whichever it was. Anyway, I like that. You guys know I like CBCS. The price was right. I liked the signature across. I liked the silver ink. Nice book. Glad to have it. Anyway, that's the first one. This is the, that was just something I purchased. This is a, good lord, signing, or I'm sorry, this is a CBCS lot I sent away probably, this was the longest one I'd ever had take, which is weird. I'd always praised CBCS before. This one took several emails. It had been there for like 13 months, and the reality is there's nothing overly special in here. I know what the grades are. There's nothing. I don't know why it took so long. I like CBCS. I like their slabs. I cannot stand their customer service, which seems to be kind of the standard that most people, I mean, how they have this thing boxed, are the issue most people seem to have with them. I've recently shipped off something to CBCS, or CGC, excuse me, and it came back within, like, God, I don't know, 16 weeks, and there was no expedited anything, so, I used to like that about CBCS. They used to be on top of things. I called multiple times about this. Anyway, to make a long story, keep rambling, I have no idea what took them so long, and I sent probably 3 emails before I got a response. I know that happens. It's typical, but I don't know. Bad service for me. So, alright, how do they have these? This is kind of a weird way to have these packaged, I guess. They have them in a big lump. I think there's 10. Anyway, let's dig into them. Again, there's no surprises here for me. I know what the grades are. It's a bit of a hodgepodge. I've said in numerous videos before, I think CBCS grades harder. I feel like they're more consistent, but they seem like they can be a little rougher. There's a couple in here that are absolute dogs that I expected to get hit for. I'm sorry if that's killing the mic. I didn't know how they were going to have this packaged in a bundle of this nonsense. Anyway. Good God. If I'd have known this, I would have done it off camera. Can I slide these out individually? Alright. I don't need that. So, like I said, some of these were disappointments. One in particular that I was excited about got a respectable grade that I wasn't expecting. I think I got a 9.6 on something, and then a couple others I took a hammering on, as you'll see. And then one is jokingly, I don't know if you've watched the channel before, you know I collect Mark Jewelers. I sent in a first appearance of Hydro-Man from SpiderMan. Because it was a Mark Jewelers, it is ridiculously glow grade. I don't know why I sent it in. It's just kind of one of those things we all do every once in a while. Alright, let's get started here. What we got? A 9.0 in my bill. Oh, that's interesting. I sent in an Ice Cream Man. It'll be another book. Apparently they sent it back with the certificate of authenticity. Interesting if they did that. Huh. Anyway, we'll see which one I'm talking about here in a second. Here is one I was kind of disappointed on. It's the, in my opinion, first appearance of Gambit, although I don't want to get into that argument with anybody, in a 9.0. It's a square-bound book. It's got a lot of darker colors to it. I was kind of hoping, like something sticky on there or something. Huh. Jesus, that slab's kind of scuffed. Anyway, I was kind of hoping for like a 9.2, 9.4. I could look up the grader's notes on this. Does it say something back here? Yeah, you have to look it up. What do they write on here? First published appearance of Gambit. Remy, crossover. So they acknowledge that it's the first appearance of Gambit. I know people will argue that about which one was supposed to come out first. Yada, yada, yada. And a 9.0. Not the best, not the worst. I'll take it. I was hoping for a slightly higher grade than that, but I don't know how. If I wanted that, I probably should have sent it to CGC. Alright, here was... Oh, yeah, this is the Ultimates #1. This is Galactus cover. I really like this because it's that Da Vinci... what is it called? The Vivitian Man or something like that. Anyway, it's that clear... Da Vinci cover that's, or that famous drawing of Da Vinci that somebody's done. I don't know who the artist was. Al Ewing's story. Kenneth somebody. Anyway, I just always really liked that. I'm a big Galactus fan. 9.6, it's not bad. That's probably about what I was expecting. I can't fault a 9.6 on that. So, what else we got here? Alright. Here is my foil. Comic, I think it's like local comic store edition foil. Something is Killing the Children. Got that in a 9.8. That's really nice to have. I don't know if that light's going to mess that up, so I'll wiggle it around a little bit. I don't generally collect Something is Killing the Children, but I just needed something to kind of throw in to kind of fill out an order. I put a few in, obviously, like everybody else, is maybe sells to kind of recoup some of my cost of the whole thing. I'm on the fence with this one. I really do like foils. I think that's a sharp cover. It's probably my favorite of the original cover designs. I really like that foil design. I don't know if it's showing up well, but anyway, 9.8 from CBCS. That was good to get. That was one of the positives. And this was the one I was talking about. I got a higher grade. I expected like a 9.0, 9.2 on this. It is Mega Man 3, first appearance of your main man Lobo there, in a 9.6. I didn't think that would get that good a grade, but I guess in reflection, I'd be curious to see what... I mean, there are just a couple tiny little nicks on the bottom the camera probably can't even pick up, but again, a pleasant surprise grade on that one. I really like Lobo. Is that what they... Yeah, first appearance of Lobo. Bondage cover, yep. Anyway... Wonder if he'll pop into the DCU at some point. It'd be cool if he did. If not, it's fun and it's a good grade to get, considering I wasn't expecting something that high. This is the one I was a little disappointed on. It's the first colored appearance of Hellboy. It's Next Men, what do they call it? Next Men 21. I was hoping to get a 9.2, 9.4 on this. Again, I guess they kind of gave me the bump in the Omega Men and gave me a drop in this. A 9.2 or 9.4 wouldn't surprise me. But even as I look at this now, I have to look at the grader's notes. There's maybe the slightest amount of color fade there, but for a 9.0, that is about as clean a 9.0 as you're going to get, in my opinion. Like I said, I'll have to look up the grader's notes to see. Even the back, you know, sometimes that's where they kind of catch you, as you don't really pay attention to that. It looks pretty clean to me, too. So, this is one of those ones I would be really curious to see if I yanked it and or cracked it and send it to CGC, what I would get. Probably won't, but it'd be curious to see, because to me that book's every bit of at least a 9.2. I'll have to look at the grader's notes. So. Alright, this getting an 8.5 was a shocker. It's the Invincible Iron Man #1. It's the Riri Williams, you know, Ironheart cover, which is probably why I sent it in. I don't think it's anything else in particular. I have no idea why this got hammered to an 8.5. Again, I don't see any, maybe just a slight corner nick. Sometimes I get a little concerned with these, and it's probably silly, but these, was it John Tyler Christopher? Or yeah, they kind of fade the edges intentionally, and it always makes me nervous. The graders might be like, oh, and look at it, and anyway. But yeah, it's faded intentionally. Again, I would be curious to see what I would get if I cracked that and sent it to CGC, because I do not. I mean, maybe a 9.2 or a 9.4, but an 8.5 seems like, I don't know, man. Maybe they were pissed off at me for all those emails I sent. Here's another, that's Invincible Iron. This is the infamous Iron Man. This is the first appearance of Victor Von Doom as Iron Man. Great storyline. I got it in a Scotty Young. I'm a big Scotty Young fan. I really like that Scotty Young drawing of Iron Man there, of Doctor Doom Iron Man. I think, you know, maybe just because it's a black cover, I didn't really see anything wrong with this, but, you know, the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 can be so minute, and it is CBCS, so I'm sure somebody's done it before where they've sent in a whole thing to one company, cracked them, and sent it to another company just to see what the grade differences might be. I mean, I know we've done it in individual books, but this is what this went with. This is the Ice Cream Man #25. It was the who did this? Camerata. Nino Camerata. Anyway, it's the Iron Man homage. Big Iron Maiden fan. If you can see all the way up to the top, I got almost all the Iron Man pops up there. Funko Pops, but that's probably the one I was most pleased with. I love how they put the vinyl record like pressing into the album cover look like an old album has. It's just a cool book, I think. Yeah, glad to get it in a 9.8. When I feel like I get a 9.8 from CBCS, to me that's like a benchmark. I don't dislike CGC, but when CBCS will give me a 9.8, I know it's a 9.8. So anyway, that's probably my favorite. Here's another. I took a hammering on this, and again, freaking dark covers. I knew this had a couple issues. I got an 8.5. Howard the Duck #1. Is this a hip hop edition album? This is the first appearance of Gwenpool. First appearance of, was it Shocket Raccoon? Cameo of Black Cat, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought, oh yeah, hip hop variant, Wando cover. I usually have pretty good luck with these. Again, a 9.2 or a 9.4 on this. There's a small, tiny, I knew that it wasn't a color breaking crease, but it's got a tiny cover. But man, they must have just murdered me for that. Because that is, again, like that other one of the cleanest 8.5s you'll ever find. It kind of makes me mad. Anyway, I really liked the cover. I liked the weird license of Howard the Duck. I wish it had been a better grade. that could be someday maybe a potential crack and resend in, because I feel like that grade's a little... I'll look up the grader's notes to see if there's something I missed, but I feel like that was a bit of a... Like that other 8.5, kind of a hammer. This is interesting. This is Ghost Rider 31. I sent, again, a year and whatever, so almost a year and 2 months ago I sent this in, and I knew that Midnight Suns game was coming out. And this is the first appearance of the Midnight Suns. The book that's blowing up for this seems to be 28, which is the cameo appearance of the Midnight Suns. Again, a 9.0. Yeah, I don't know. You send them in thinking you're going to get better grades. Again, I'll have to read the grader's notes. I don't see a lot wrong with it. I didn't think it'd be a 9.8, but I thought it'd be closer to like a 9.4, 9.2. Again, the first full appearance of the Midnight Suns. Lilith cover and appearance. So, anyway, like I said, at the time, I knew that was coming. I thought the first appearance would be the one people liked. Apparently the cameo on that one. Here is one that I got hammered on, and I knew it had an issue. This is probably the lowest grade lot I've ever sent in. I sent this in before the show. First appearance of Herogasm. Is that what it is? Great book. An 8.0. I wish I could do a detailed thing of this. There is a small mark. God, I'm not even picking it up with the naked eye now. That was on... Oh, right there. Teeny, tiny... I don't know if you could even see that. Just, it's underneath his right wrist, right about where the star... I mean, that is it. That's the only... I knew it wouldn't get a 9.8 for that, but I swear to God to you, that's the only thing wrong with this book. That must be why they knocked that down to an 8.0. Again, not to keep riding the same horse, but this is the cleanest 8.0 you will ever find. I swear I could crack this and resend it into CGC and get a... Not that it's worth it. The show's come and gone. The heat from it's gone. It's a cool cover. Deserves a better grade than that, but... And what I'm talking about, the old Amazing Spider-Man 212, first appearance of Hydra Man. Actually got, I was guessing this would get probably a 3.0 when I set it in. I cleaned the hell out of it and pressed it. 212, first appearance of Hydra Man. Did they put it on there? Yep, first appearance of Hydra Man, and it's a Mark Jewelers, which now CGC and CBCS both, obviously. I think CGC's always done that. What did CGC just started putting, whether it's a direct or, whatever. They've added a couple things. Anyway, I wouldn't even have bothered if it wasn't a Mark Jewelers. To tell you what year this came out. They usually 81. So, just for posterity's sake, they're not, you're not ever going to find hundreds of these, which is kind of always what I enjoy about the Mark Jewelers. It's kind of like the rarer of the rare. So I'm sure you could find a better grade if you were dying to, but it's what I had. And like I said, sometimes I send them in just to kind of keep them. They're so rare. This is really old, almost 40 some years old at this point. So, and obviously being a Mark Jewelers, it was out in the wild. So you can see there, it's got a actual tear. So yeah, that's probably a fair grade. I knew it would get hammered when I sent it in, but that's fun to have. Like I said, I think everything in this row is a Mark Jewelers, and I have a ton of others sitting around here too that I need to hang. In fact, I think I might make that whole wall Mark Jewelers, since that seems to be what I collect. But anyway, that's what I got. That's what I had. I had I must have had on the bottom. I got the Donny Cates signed 9.8. I actually purchased that, but I got a pretty good deal. Mark Jewelers, all the ones you heard me complain about, like every other YouTuber opens things and doesn't get the grade they want. But I think in some of these cases, that's a valid criticism. That Herogasm being an 8.0 is an insane grade for that. That is the only mark on there. I'll look up some of the graders' notes. If I see anything interesting or things I missed, I'll put it in the description at the bottom in case there's like, oh, I didn't know that this was missing this, or they pointed out something else that I must have missed. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for popping in. Give it a like if you like. Leave a comment. I'd like even more. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll try to get some of these out more regularly. It's just been so busy lately. But peace. Have a good one. Thanks.